Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Lytle Finister versus Finister.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Ms. Lytle, you and your sister claim you've always known the defendant is your father and say his paternity denial caused pain throughout your childhood. You hope today's results put an end to this 29-year mystery. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Finister, you claim that years of doubt have given you reason to believe that you are not their father. You are ready to prove your case today. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Lytle, how has your dad's denial affected you?
Growing up, I was angry. I always felt like there was a piece of me missing. I was very defiant because, I wanted my dad and I didn't have him.
And I can see the pain. It was very hard for you, right?
Growing up, my mom, she had 4 kids, so she took care of all of us on her own.
It's been a lot. He's been absent since we were kids. He was not there. Never any ownership. It was everybody else's fault but his. And I'm tired. I'm tired. I've gone 27 years of heartache. And I just want to know so I can move forward and put this behind me.
Yes. As young girls going through so much, how did you cope with this?
I would write. I wrote a poem when I was a child. I have one today.
Please, read it for me.
It's titled, Why? Daddy, why did you leave me? Why did you go? Didn't you know I loved you so? You couldn't stay and went away. Didn't you know I loved you? I cry at night wondering why, or if you even love me. What was so important that it took you from me? Your selfish ways have left me hurt and lonely. Why do I feel like you don't want me? Maybe one day you'll come looking for me. Until then, I'll wonder only, why?
And as a young woman, you wrote those words.
Yes.
As you were searching your heart to figure out why.
Yeah.
Why your father wasn't around.
Yes, Your Honor.
And not only was he not around, he's now here in court today denying paternity.
Yes. And I feel like his reasons are the worst reasons a parent could have. My mom's already gone, so you're all I would have left. And from the moment she died, he felt like it was a blessing for him because he didn't have to pay child support anymore. With your kids, what did we do?
Mr. Finister, you say you don't believe you're their biological father?
I have doubts.
Tell me the nature of your relationship with their mother.
We've met 30 years ago. She didn't have anywhere to live. I told her, come and stay with me. So she did. And that's where it began.
Where the intimate relationship
Yes.
began.
Yes.
And
She
how
stayed-
soon after that time did you find out she was pregnant?
Over a year. The next time I saw Noreen, I was at the hospital with a friend that was sick at the time. And I looked at her and I said, Noreen, how are you? I said, I'm fine. I said, whose little girl? She's adorable. She said, that's your daughter.
Really? What happens to your relationship with Tiffany? What happens? Do you become her dad?
I married Noreen some 3 weeks later.
Oh, 3 weeks after that?
Yes, ma'am.
That looks like you carrying a little girl.
That's me.
That's you.
That's me.
Tiffany.
I was about 1 in that picture.
And your mom.
She was a beautiful bride.
She sure was. I can see a look of love as you look at that picture.
Yeah,
That makes you emotional.
she was special.
How long were you married?
Not long.
How long were you together?
Pretty close to a month before she left and went to Washington State.
What happened?
She
You
wanted
look
to
so
move.
happy on this day.
Well,
My mom was on drugs. My mom wanted to better herself. So she wanted to leave Vegas behind so that we can go and start over and have a healthy mother-daughter relationship with all her kids, period. She gave him the proposition to go. He turned her down because he didn't want to leave the work, and he felt she should have stayed in Las Vegas because he was already making money.
when I got in from work, she was already gone.
She left, and at that time, Lakita was born or not?
No.
So she left with
Wrong.
Tiffany.
She
was 4
born.
months.
She was 4 months old when my mom
I was
moved
4
us
months.
to
I was already
Seattle.
born.
Either way, I didn't learn about Lakita until I got papers in the mail saying that I was to pay child support for 2 kids. I don't know who Lakita is.
Oh,
So the
wait,
judge-
hold on. So you had no idea Lakita was on the earth until you got the papers?
That's right.
May I ask you a question? If that's the case, why would you even tell me I'm your child? Why do you keep telling me there's no doubt, and regardless of what happens, I'm your daughter?
Your Honor.
That's clearly not how you feel.
Other people have said that he has doubted. He has said from the beginning that he doesn't believe that we're his. Even
He's
though
told his own
me.
family he only had 1 child. He had 7.
Seven
He raised
kids.
1 child out of his 7.
Whoa. Let's not.
No, let's
We're
go
gonna
there.
talk about
That's
it
what we're
because
here for
you're
today.
lying here, and it's making me upset.
Actual cases.
Her car had come through and slammed me up against the toolbox.
There was a torpedo coming at my face.
Personal injury court cases everyone's going to be talking about.
Now take me to this part about the timeline, because I want to understand it. You're saying you don't believe Lakita is your biological child based upon a timeline you submitted to the court.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. On this timeline, you say you reconnected with their mother in the middle of April.
About 3 weeks before we got married. Yes, ma'am.
All right? And you got married on May 4th.
Yes, ma'am.
Lakita was born September 29th, that same year,
Right.
which would put the conception date back sometime in early January.
January.
That is 2 to 3 months before you say you even reconnected with their mother.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you did this math, you said, Lakita's not my biological child.
Yes, ma'am.
It's off by a lot. Is there some piece of information that we didn't get? Is there something we're missing? Because just looking at that,
There's no way.
there's no way.
And that's where all the confusion comes in.
Because for so long, it's just been so much back and forth about it. Like 1 minute, she's his, and then she's not. Then next thing I know, I'm not, and it's a lot. Because to us, we don't get any of this. We don't hear this. It's everyone else that he tells this stuff to, and that's what's so painful. Because at least be honest with me. Let me know. I should be the first person to hear that you don't think I'm yours. I shouldn't hear this from my brothers or anyone else. That's bogus to me.
Yes.
That's lame.
And your brother submitted a statement to the court.
Yes.
And I'd like to read that statement. It says, in 2014, my father and I had a phone conversation. He expressed to me that he had doubts about Lakita being his daughter. He told me that he asked Lakita's mom for a paternity test after he first received child support documents because he felt she just pinned a baby on him.
He called me on my birthday, DeMarcus, and this is how I found out on my birthday last year that there was doubt. And you know, me and him have always had a disconnect because he, as much as he tries to say he loves my mom and he loved everything about her, he didn't like her attitude. And my mom raised me, so of course, I'm gonna more than likely have that attitude because me and her were like best friends. So our disconnect is my attitude. He feels like I can't be his child because his child wouldn't act the way that I act. But you didn't raise me, so how should I act? And should I love you because you weren't there? Like, I don't understand. What do you want from me? I don't owe you anything. I didn't have you. I didn't walk out on you. I tried to build a relationship even when you shunned me out. I apologized for my wrongdoings even when I had to accept apology you would never give me. And still to this day, even bringing it up to you, I still can't get an apology for how you ruined my life and you tried to make it where nobody, even my own sister, who stands here with me today, not have a relationship with me.
This is heavy. This is heavy. There's a lot going on here. And you two beautiful young girls have had to bear the brunt of it all.
We don't have anybody. So we're literally, it's just us. That's the only family we have. So when we're going through it like we are now, and we have issues, and when we are struggling, or when we're
About to be homeless.
anything, we literally have nowhere to turn. We have no family on his side because nobody knows we exist. Nobody
Because they told
knows
us we
about
weren't
us.
there.
So we don't have no one.
DeMarcus told us that he told his own family in Louisiana where he was raised, he has one child. And they've asked, I thought you had daughters. DeMarcus asked him, I thought I had sisters. No, you don't have any sisters. You don't have any family in Seattle. That's not your siblings. And then it all comes out to play because we're all a part of the I Am a Finister group on Facebook. So eventually, everybody was gonna find out.
When you speak of your mother and her challenges at that time, is it possible that there could have been another person, but because she wanted to protect you all, and she wanted to give you the solid foundation that maybe at that point in her life she wasn't able to give in the way she wanted to give it. So what she did instead was just say, this is your father. The man I'm married to it's both of your fathers. And she just left it at that. Is that possible? Have you ever thought about that possibility?
I've thought about it. Now, she's always been sure. And I've always had a question because there's been that disconnect. And
Okay.
regardless of what we go through, regardless of how much I give, he refuses to build that connect with me. So I always told Tiffany, I'm like, well, I don't think he's my dad. And there's no connection there. And I was a child that desired you as a child. Like, I was a child that was broken.
And at least his self-esteem issues.
Yes.
Because I always felt like I was never good enough.
Never good
Like,
enough.
I'm never good enough. Nothing I do is gonna be enough because nobody cares. Nobody loves me. Like my mom, I always felt like my mom was the only one that loved me because everybody else, it was so easy to just
Walk away.
dog me and walk away and leave me behind. I was the only person that never did until she died, and I was hurt.
And
Because,
we
like,
felt empty ever since.
Oh, honey. Oh, you all breaking my heart. Oh. Listen, I cannot promise you that I can give you the answers you want today. But what I can promise you is I can give you the truth.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
Jerome, may I have the envelope, please? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Lytle Finister versus Finister, when it comes to 29-year-old Tiffany Lytle, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Finister, if you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Are the father. In the case of Lytle Finister versus Finister, when it comes to 27-year-old Lakita Finister, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Finister, you are the father.
I told you. I knew my mama wasn't lying. My mama's not a liar. My mama does not lie. My mom is very blunt and very open. She's not a liar. I knew she wasn't lying.
We've pretty much gotten down to the bottom of a 3-decade-long paternity saga. Can you look at your daughters and say anything positive as a father?
I'm hurt deeply behind a lot of things that were said, but I'll live with that.
Mm-hmm. I know it looks like now he's in this victim mode and it's, But I'm gonna tell you something. When your mother took off and left him behind, he's still standing right where she left him. Women are warriors.
Yes.
Honey, we can cook the food, raise the baby, go to the job, take the phone calls, do what we got to do with a broken heart.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just speaking the truth today. Men, not so much. I think your daddy loves you. We still got to process, and she left.
Yeah. Would you like a hug, Dad?
Oh, I think that would be beautiful. That's so beautiful.
I'm gonna hug you anyway. I love you, Dad.
Here. We needed that hug. Y'all not gonna make me lose my eyelashes. I am holding back my tears. I'm gonna get myself together. I wish you all the very best.
Thank
It's gonna work out.
Thank you.
Court is adjourned.